The Golden State Warriors are entering another important offseason for the franchise. Despite a heroic, lay it on the line type of performance by Steph Curry, the Warriors actually missed the playoffs for the second consecutive season. But Warriors fans, I'm gonna need you to put away that tear-soaked handkerchief because there is good news for Dub Nation. The franchise's front office will have some assets at their disposal to help improve the team for the 2021-2022 season. All-star guard Klay Thompson will, of course, be back next year after missing 2 seasons with a serious injury, while he's been passing the time taking some psychology classes through the University of Phoenix. Distance learning, of course. The Warriors will also likely have 2 lottery picks in what appears to be a stacked 2021 NBA draft. This video explains the major roster decisions the Warriors will be making this offseason and what they'll need to do to make another championship run. What's up, everybody? This is Troy with the Half Court Report YouTube channel. Thanks so much for tuning into today's video. If you like the NBA, be sure to click the thumbs up button to show some love to the channel. And if you're new, make sure you are subscribed and have those notification bells turned on so you don't miss any videos, fresh content all the time. You know, I gotta say, it is pretty weird not seeing the Warriors in the playoffs again for the second year in a row. That's why next season is going to be very, very important for the franchise. Steph Curry and the Big Three aren't getting any younger, and Warriors GM Bob Myers, along with the rest of the front office, is feeling the pressure to make another deep playoff run. So how does that happen? Well, the first thing the Warriors need to do is get some depth behind Steph Curry. Klay Thompson and the 2 lottery picks will help Bob Myers address that issue. Golden State's second unit was up and down all season, and the team failed to consistently provide Steph with any scoring help. I mean, the best bench piece they had was second-year man Jordan Poole. He bounced back after a stint in the G League and provided head coach Steve Kerr with some scoring punch off the bench, but the team is going to need more if they want to get back into title contention. So adding some veteran pieces will be one of the top priorities for this team. Then there's the 2 lottery picks. The Warriors will have their own pick at number 14. And then it's looking increasingly likely that they'll have the Minnesota Timberwolves pick as well. They, of course, get that pick if it falls outside of the top 3 in the lottery due to the D'Angelo Russell trade. Those are excellent assets that could be used for a veteran or packaged together for a star. The Warriors are going into next season with about $160 million in salary and with 9 players under contract. And given the team's rather large salary cap situation, Myers and his perfectly styled hair will have to try to add some cheaper players to this team. Of those 9 players currently under contract, Eric Pascal seems like the most logical player who could be moved. After a promising rookie season, fans were expecting big things this year from EP, but injuries and COVID-related issues limited him to 40 games. He did average 9.5 points and shot about 50% from the field, but he did not make the leap Golden State was hoping for during his second year. Per 36-minute production is practically the same from his rookie season, so he is far from an untouchable piece. Myers will also have to make some decisions on what to do with Kent Bazemore, Michael Mulder, and Damian Lee. They all contributed throughout the season and could be brought back, or they could go elsewhere. Here's why. Bazemore started 18 games with averages of over 7 points, 3.5 rebounds, and shot near 40% from deep. And once Kelly Oubre went down with an injury late in the season, Bazemore's steady play helped the Dubs realize some of their best basketball down the stretch. Of course, Steph Curry playing out of his mind may have had something to do with that too. Bazemore's defense was solid, and the advanced stats show he was a positive contributor on the floor. So it might be wise for the Warriors to retain his services if they can get him for the veteran minimum. And then there's Michael Mulder. He struggled with consistency while averaging about 5.5 points and shooting close to 40% from behind the three-point line, but has yet to prove he is a legit NBA player. And at almost 27 years old, he probably is what he is, and his roster spot could likely be better utilized by a veteran. Damian Lee is another player who struggled with consistency issues. He played in 57 games, putting up 6.5 points, over 3 rebounds, and also shooting close to 40% from deep. He had a few good games, showed some hustle, but he's probably just a guy who won't move the needle too much. However, I'd actually expect him to be back next year because he's Steph Curry's brother-in-law. And when that's the case, your chances of sticking on a team are a lot higher. Bazemore, Mulder, and Lee each bring their own unique skill set to the team, and it could depend on which one Myers covets the most. The Warriors front office also acknowledged that they've considered bringing in 2020 second-round pick Justinian Jessup over from the Australian National Basketball League. While also sounding like a character from Game of Thrones, Jessup most recently played for the Illawarra Hawks, which is the same team LaMelo Ball played for. At the very least, I'd expect Justinian Jessup to have a training camp invite where the Warriors can more closely monitor his shooting prowess and readiness to play in the NBA. Then there's Kelly Oubre. His play was a hot topic all year long among Warriors fans, and though he seemed to be getting better gradually as the season played on, the contract that Oubre will be wanting looks to be too rich for what Golden State wants to pay. I expect them to let Kelly walk, likely to a bad team where he can put up big numbers and reestablish himself as a contributor to a team. So, who do we have left? We have two-way guard Nico Mannion. He's another guy who impressed coaches with his work ethic. And then there's Gary Payton II. He also flashed some potential during his limited time with the team. I think Nico, at least, is a sure bet to return and will give Atlanta's Kevin Huerter a run for his money as the best ginger in the NBA. On the other end, the Alen Smailagic experiment will likely end this offseason since the next 2 years of his deal are non-guaranteed. Jordan Bell also won't be back, which opens up some options for Myers. Regardless of what happens, the Warriors have shown they always have something up their light years ahead filled sleeves. Fans are just hoping it's not something on the level of Brad Wanamaker. Guys, tell me in the comments what you want to see happen. Make sure to leave a like on this video before you go to help support the channel. And you want to make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss another NBA video. As for me, I gotta go to a doctor's appointment, guys. I'm donating both my ACLs to Klay Thompson. One for home games and the other for away games.